You're listening to On the Job with PORAC, hosted by PORAC President Brian Marvel and Vice President Damon Kurtz.
Founded in 1969, the CAHP Credit Union originally offered membership solely for employees and members of the California Association of Highway Patrolmen, the association. In the 1990s, the credit union expanded eligibility to include other members of the California law enforcement community, namely through PORAC. Obviously, CAHP has been a very philanthropic towards PORAC, and I would just say law enforcement in general throughout the state of California. We're super appreciative of everything that CAHP has done for PORAC, our members. You've been involved in sponsoring our symposiums, our conferences, and over the last couple of years, PORAC and some other groups have sponsored Kyle Weatherman. He's on the Xfinity race car. CAHP stepped up for that. It's really important that we have business groups that support our organization, because that allows us to support our members, especially during times of needs, our family members who are fallen. So I guess my question is, with the partnership with CAHP, our colleagues at the CAHP Association, and obviously PORAC, what really got CAHP involved to want to partner with PORAC and get involved in all of these charitable events? I think it's important that you're a corporate sponsor for PORAC over the last couple of years, but there's service involved in that. I mean, we all step up to serve our communities, but as a company and as an organization, is that a philosophical belief too throughout the organization and your employees?
Absolutely, Brian. We are a law enforcement credit union. We've been a trusted partner of PORAC for over 30 years, and we believe in giving back and supporting and sponsoring in any way that we can that will help support the organization and the officers that are involved within that organization. So being a corporate sponsor and being your PORAC Open sponsor and the other events and things that we do as well, in addition to helping out with in the line of duty deaths, anything we can help out with there, that's important to us because it's important to our membership, and we want to give back as much as we can to our members.
Well, we do appreciate that. I mean, this year's our first ever PORAC Open golf tournament, and you guys are you stepped right up immediately to be part of that, and we appreciate it. And so what other products do you guys offer, and what do you do for the members outside of just the sponsoring of the events that we, again, so much appreciate? I know there's other things you do. We
do offer a variety of low-rate lending products and provide financial education to officers throughout the state. Our goal is to actually teach officers how to get more for their money and pay the bank less. And so we do that through a whole bunch of different products and services. And we'll talk a little bit more about those specifically here on this podcast.
Awesome.
One of the things that we try to recommend is because you're a corporate sponsorship with us, is to have not only PORAC banks with you, but we are trying to get our chapters to move their funds to bank with you, and our associations. Obviously, we're a federation of associations. Who can they reach out to if they wanted to look at CAHP as their bank for handling their finances for their individual associations?
That's a great question. We are here to help with any association or department banking as well as individual banking. You can reach out to any of us here, myself, Danny, or Logan, and we can help you through that process. It's very simple. We use electronic signature for everything, and we can get you all set up with debit cards, credit cards, checks, online banking, and all of those services that you might need.
So outside of the contributing to our funds, being active in the community, serving law enforcement, being super active with PORAC, I know Danny has worked on and created a post-certified financial training class, I guess was way. Why don't you explain a little bit about that and then how people can find out where you're instructing at?
Yeah, absolutely. Several years ago, it was about 3.5 years ago now, we just realized there's a big lack of financial education resources provided to law enforcement officers. And this information that we're teaching, it's not difficult or hard to comprehend. It's just not taught to the masses. Right? Unless you're blessed with parents who understand finances and the credit score and investing, or you have some sort of mentor at your department when you get hired on, most people are left to figure this stuff out on their own. And I can't tell you how many times we've taught this class, stepped off stage, and somebody walks up to us and says, I wish I had this information 15 years ago, or I wish I had this when I came out of the academy. So that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to just improve the overall financial wellness and financial health of these peace officers and their family members. So we created this course. It was found to make such an impact that in February of 2020, we took it to post and were able to get it fully post approved. So the full version of the course is 4 hours of post credits. It's something that we teach for free. There's no cost to any association. We're more than willing to travel down to any department within the state and share this information. It dives into post-traumatic stress and how that affects officers' abilities to complete their jobs. It talks about the credit score and the 5 factors that make up your credit, how different actions can positively or negatively affect your credit score. Then we dive into retirement and investing and breaking down your deferred compensation packages and helping explain the ins and outs of 457s and 401ks and what to do with the money that you're getting. Law enforcement officers get a very well-earned pension at the end of your career, right? You work very hard and you receive that. But by taking advantage of the programs like your deferred compensation that are available to you now, you can build up a substantial amount of wealth while you're still working. So these are great tools and resources for them to take advantage of. They just might not know how to go about that. So this class is designed to bring that to the forefront and make them a little bit more confident when dealing with their finances.
I know when I was at my POA in San Diego, we had tried to work something in our MOU, our contract, where a class like this would actually be offered in the police academy, because what we found was you have the individuals that are going through the recruiting process and they get picked up and they go through the academy. For a lot of them, this is the most money they've ever made in their entire life. And what winds up happening is they buy the hot rod, the jet ski, the motorboat, the motorcycle, and then all of a sudden they're trying to figure out, oh my God, I'm in over my head. Where if they could have got good financial advice right from the get-go in the police academy, maybe they wouldn't have made so many of those decisions rashly and bought all of that stuff. But you're right.
Exactly.
Yeah, it'd be nice to have like a statewide program, and it's kind of what you guys do, as you do go all over the state. But even to add to what Brian is saying, have something in the academy, or what I always talked about, we try to do something when the orientation. New officers come in, they come to the POA or the DSA, they go with an orientation, you sign up for the union membership, you sign up for your disability plans, you sign up in there, and they're just watching the dollar signs go away, because again, it's the first time they've made this kind of money, but they don't want to spend it on things like that, right? Or even investments, and so their mindset's not there yet. But educating them there, but I actually think there should be a mandatory class when they're completing their training or their probationary period, because now they've had a little bit of time on the job. Now they're a little more secure. They're not. They know they're going to stay for a while, and this is when they start to go out, and they've got enough work history. They can start qualifying for loans, and they start to go buy things, and get them before that, and obviously give them the knowledge to do it. But then also talk about the mental discipline that it takes to do it, and not go buy the nice things, because you want to, but you're going to have nicer things later if you wait.
Exactly. And that's the whole point, is we're not saying don't go do this, don't go treat yourself or buy these certain things, but there's a proper order to do things, and there's certain things you need to take care of before you start purchasing the toys. And so there are several departments and agencies who have welcomed us into their academies to teach these officers and reach them from day one. So we're more than willing to come down to any department or association that wants to bring this to their officers and share the information.
There's a reason you always see a Corvette or a sports car and it's some old dude in there. It's not a young guy. Young guys can't afford that. It's always the old dudes. And you're like, why is he driving so slow?
Exactly.
Well, so in essence, the credit union's sort of full service, because you've got the philanthropy part that Jill talked about, and also the benefits that can help the associations and the individual members. You're providing the financial advice to make good decisions with your money through your career and afterwards, and planning for afterwards. And now we have Logan, who is a financial advisor, and those are some of the services that are also offered by the credit union, CAHP Credit Union.
Yeah, it is. As financial advisors, we can create a game plan that puts you on track to achieve your financial goals, whether that's saving for retirement, preparing for retirement, putting your kids through college, or even just simply making your money grow. We like to think of ourselves as educators as well. We're not just going to make your money grow and not involve you. We're going to teach you how your money grows and bring you along for the whole ride. So,
is Logan part of your class that you teach, or all three of you part of the class on the financial?
So we're all three of us are certified financial coaches, and then Logan and I are both registered financial advisors. So we are the ones that specialize in doing the long-term planning and dealing with investing.
So obviously, I'm sure you probably get a lot of questions about like loans and stuff like that. And, Jill, in regards to the auto loans, I know that's one of the big makeups of CAHP. Your rates are really low. What kind of products outside of just the banking piece do you have the CHP offer our members?
Absolutely. So our auto loans, we have a beat rate program, and our beat rate program works so that we can refinance your vehicle, or if you're at the dealership and they've approved you for a specific rate, we can beat that rate by 1% down to our floor rate. So if you're paying 5% somewhere, we can refinance it at 4% and save you some money on that payment. And in addition to that, we also offer a 120-day deferral. So what that means is that you can defer that first payment on your auto loan for up to 4 months, which is huge. And a lot of officers take advantage of that program. In addition to that, I do want to talk about our fun toys, as we kind of refer to them as. So RVs, boats, motorcycles, jet skis, snowmobiles, those types of things. The beat rate program works for those as well. So if you are looking at purchasing a boat or an RV, definitely keep us in mind. We have some amazing products. And again, everything's electronic signature too, so you don't have to physically come in. You can actually sign the loan documents through your email on your smartphone, computer, or tablet too.
Now, for Logan, I just would say recently, just over the last couple of years, I got a HELOC, and I did it all online. Is that something that CHP offers too?
Yeah, we do, and it's super easy. We still have e-signed documents, and the home equity line of credit. For those of you that don't know what those are, say your home is valued at $600,000, but you only owe $400,000. So you have that $200,000, which you can draw off of. You can borrow against that $200,000. That's just a simple example of what those are. But yeah, we have the e-signed documents just like the same way that we do with our auto loans. And that's about it. They're very, very simple, and we can get those done pretty darn quickly.
Well, I literally just did one with you guys, and it was pretty simple.
Very, very popular right now. If you've owned a home sometime within the last 2 to 3 years, you've probably built up a substantial amount of equity. So great way to tap into it, consolidate some debt, do home improvement projects, maybe put in a pool. Great way to utilize the equity that you've built in your home.
So we've talked about all of the programs and how is the ease of banking? You're a statewide credit union. You're dealing with members from the Mexico border to Oregon. How do they access the bank? Is it all online, apps, anything like that? What kind of products do you have in that area?
Yeah, so we've done everything we can the last couple of years to make ourselves accessible to individuals, but not in a physical standpoint, right? Nobody ever says nowadays, "Ooh, we get to go to the bank today," right? It's always, "Oh, I have to go to the bank." Well, and officers do not work traditional or conventional schedules. So how many times can a police officer actually find time to go, Monday through Friday from 9 to 4:30 p.m.? It's really difficult. So what we've done is we've implemented a 24-hour call center. You can speak to a live rep any hour of the day, any day of the week. When it comes time to sign any documents, like Jill and Logan have mentioned, it's all done electronically. So we send you an email, and you click to sign either through your smartphone or on your computer, and you're done. When it comes time to access any cash, we do have a branch in Sacramento, our headquarters, and then we've got a Southern California branch in Rancho Cucamonga. But we're also part of the co-op network, and you have access to over 30,000 ATMs that you can use fee-free, and there's a mobile app that'll tell you exactly where all of those ATMs are. So you can utilize that for making deposits or pulling cash out. And then if you have checks that you want to deposit, we've got a great up-to-date mobile deposit through our mobile banking app. So you can take a picture of a check and actually deposit up to $50,000 every day through the mobile app.
What's the best way to reach out and contact you? What's your website, and what's a phone number?
Yeah, website is CAHPCU.org. From there, you'll have a list of all the products and services that we offer. There will be links for you to actually apply for accounts, or you can find contact information for us and give us a call as well. So if you go to CAHPCU.org/investments, or just click on the investments tab from our homepage, you'll see pictures of Logan and myself. It's got our email addresses on there, or it has a link to actually view our calendar and schedule an appointment whenever it's convenient for you. So we can set something up and assist you with whether you need to open a checking account or you need some, more severe guidance, when it comes to your 457 or retirement planning. We can take care of all of that. And then if you do just need to reach the credit union, you can reach us at 800-542-2247.
Well, again, we want to thank you for being a corporate sponsor and being our first sponsor for the PORAC Open. We really appreciate all of the support that CAHP has given us over the many years in our relationship. And I know Damon talks about it a lot. Businesses and the way that we do stuff in the capitals, it's really relationships. And we have a strong relationship with CAHP. You're obviously a trusted partner with us, and we appreciate that. So thank you very much for being on here today.
Thank you
We
so much for
appreciate
having
the time.
us.
That's all the time we have today on our latest episode of On the Job with PORAC. Visit PORAC.org to learn more about California's largest law enforcement organization, representing over 77,000 public safety members. Be sure to check out and share our monthly podcasts and past episodes on our website or wherever podcasts are available. Lastly, we'd like to close out by thanking our nation's law enforcement. We hope you stay safe and have a great day.